the point is that she was born without any assistance.
There is no law for it, so it's not illegal,
Yeah.
but it's also not legal.
The police came, they took us to the hospital.
She's actually not vaccinated and she's never been sick. Actually, I cannot wait to give birth again.
Welcome to the crossroad where souls meet and stories unfold. All right. Hello, everyone. Today we're here with Wojtek, Rebecca, and lovely Aisha. I met these beautiful souls on the road. I actually came to have some solitude away from the touristic areas. I found this little island, find this cabin here in the woods, and it's perfect. I get my solitude during the day, and I have some neighbors to socialize sometimes to balance it out. And today we want to talk about Aisha, or more generally about babies. Yes, she's very happy child and unusually calm actually, compared to other childs I've seen. So yeah, you guys are doing a good job.
Thank you.
And I think a good place to start is the birth of Aisha because there's a lot of stigma around how you guys decided to bring Aisha into the world. And many may disapprove of your technique, but I think it's beautiful. So if you guys want, tell the camera a little bit about yourself and about Aisha and how she came to this world.
So you wanna say it? Okay, I can. You will be helping me in case.
Yeah.
So I think that's the point is that she was born without any assistance. First, we were thinking about hospital, but then we started to feel that the hospital is a place where we really don't connect with starting a new life. Like for us, it's a place for people to come when they are sick, when they are a little bit tired, yeah. And we thought, okay, we would like a place for her to be more like safe, more like home, more familiar.
Already be born
Because-
inside the home.
Exactly, because all the pregnancies in our little zone, in our little tribe. So why we should go to the hospital just for the moment of the birth, when basically for the baby it's a very big moment because it it comes to the world, and the first thing that she sees, for example, is a hospital, the place when everyone basically is sick, right?
Yeah.
That's what hospitals are made for.
Also, I would say because I was feeling safer at home. So I believe that if a woman feels safer in the hospital, it's okay to do it there. But I didn't feel safe in a hospital. I felt safer at home. So that
Yeah.
was also
we would
why
listen
we decided.
we would listen always to the intuition, because we went to the hospital for like checkup, right? And we didn't have good experience, like the way how the nurses were treating us. It's a little, I understand it because this is their daily reality, it's their work. They have people like that, hundreds of people every day, so they have to really develop some kind of like a coldness, just for them to be able to deal with this work. But for us, it wasn't resonating really. So we decided to look for. First, we wanted to find some place like a more natural
Like
place,
home birth? No, how is it called?
like
Birth home? Something like
something like that, like other place than hospital, but still some kind of like a clinic. But when they do the birth in more like a natural way, but we couldn't find it in Mallorca because it was in Spain, in Mallorca. So at the end we decided, okay, let's do it at home. How we can do this at home. And then we found out that we need a midwife, right, that will help with the
deliver
birth,
the baby.
deliver
yes.
the baby. And like I didn't see at that time any other option. Like, of course, you give birth at home, at least you need to have a midwife. And then someone was even mentioning that you need like an ambulance that is parked under the house, and doctors
Yeah.
waiting there with all the gear, and at the end we started to do like a check, verifying everything, reading books. Ina Gaskin, I think, was the author of the book that really
Ina May.
Ina May Gaskin, something like that, about the natural childbirth, was the book that really convinced us that, you know, this is a process that people were going through for thousands of years.
Yeah, without doctors.
Without doctors.
It was actually Naomi,
Our
the
also
one that planted the seed in our.
also
A
one.
friend of yours.
Yeah, she's a doula, which is like helper of a midwife, not really a midwife, but someone who assists midwife.
It's more like um, to guide emotionally and to kind of prepare the space, like an outsider, but
Okay.
she knows what's going on.
What's
and,
going on, and
yeah, she really helps setting the space and making
Yeah.
sure everything is working.
Yeah. We were
Yeah.
contacting her because we wanted to find a midwife, and at some point she mentioned, well, unless you will do it by yourself, then it's your responsibility. But blah, blah, blah. And this was like, oh, so this is
that
possible.
light up something in your head.
But we figure out later. Later
So
we
at first you
remembered.
guys were thinking about hospital, then maybe not hospital, maybe clinic.
Then a
Yeah.
house.
But then maybe with the midwife and assistant.
Yeah.
Then you guys got an idea of why not do it ourselves?
Yeah.
It was very something that it was inside us. It was our path
Yeah.
to.
And this was during your pregnancy. So you guys were
Yeah.
going through the process of
Yeah.
how this is
Yeah.
going to happen,
Yeah.
yeah.
reading books,
Yeah.
studying about the process.
Yeah.
We followed the pregnancy with hospital until 5 months or something, but it always every time we had to go to the doctor, something was happening that we couldn't go, so we had to move the appointment.
And then we would go anyway, and we would be like really disappointed and
Yeah.
feeling like this is not how they kind of, they would treat us like everyone else. You have the list, these are the rules, this you can eat, this you cannot eat, and it's like this is like a system, you know.
Yeah, but I believe when people get exposed to something too much, they become desensitized. For you, it's a special thing because it's your first child coming to the world. But for a nurse that works in a like baby department, I don't know what it is called, but they become desensitized because for them it's just another day with another pregnant woman and the family. So you just go through the list and very dry, let's say.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Yeah,
but-
which is understandable for them. It's nothing against the nurse.
Yeah.
But for you guys didn't feel that emotional connection with the hospital.
treated like
To-
individual, more like
yes.
So that's
And also everything is really like I don't know how to say in English.
Process-based.
organized.
Yeah, and if you don't fit into this box, then it's wrong. But my body is telling me something different. So I really, for example, in Spain we have jamón serrano, the ham, and they say that when you're pregnant you cannot eat this. But I was really craving this, so I was eating it, and I was healthy, and the baby was healthy.
And you mentioned that you were like following mostly vegetarian diets. But during your pregnancy, you craved meat, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe it's good for my body. So you followed your body rather than instructions from the outside world.
Yeah. I like I don't think I like to follow what my body tells me. And yeah, I was vegan. Then I started craving milk or eggs, so then I started eating, and then meat. So yeah, and still now breastfeeding, I'm eating meat
Yeah.
and whatever my body asks for.
And tell me about the labor. So it's coming close, and your water breaks. How was it knowing you were at home? You only have Wojtek with you.
I was super calm.
Super calm.
Super calm. Even we knew the day was gonna happen, the 29th of January.
You felt it.
She was supposed to be born the 6th, but we were already ready. That those previous days we went to do shopping, we were tidying the house, and water. Also another thing that normally in the hospitals you just have like around 12. It depends on the hospital. Around 12 hours after you broke waters to give birth. If not, they induce it or they even do C-section. And I broke waters at 29, around it was 8 or 9,
Yeah, like in the evening.
and I gave birth the 31st at at 4.
Yeah, 31st at 4 in the morning. So it was more than 1.5 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Without any inducing
Inducing
just
without
the birth, you
all
just
night.
let your
rushing it,
body
no.
do their thing,
Yeah.
does its things.
Exactly.
And somehow I just knew that everything was gonna be fine. I wasn't worried at all. Also, the hormones were like keeping me really high. Yeah, I don't remember much. He remembers better the process. Hello there. Do you remember?
She probably
She was
remembers,
smiling.
but she can't tell us.
Yeah.
Also,
cool.
even people think that the giving birth is some painful process that the body just has to do, like kind of dealing with a disease, and to just push out this baby. When the birth is natural, then the body produces by itself hormones and like kind of like epidural, like the
Anesthesia,
like a natural anesthesia by itself, right? So all of that process, when you disturb it with, for example, injecting something like epidural, it makes the body confused, because here it prepares to give birth, already releases some hormones, and suddenly something jumps in. So, oh, why there's more of that should be right now in the moment. So it starts to go a bit crazy.
And maybe even cause more pain.
Yeah.
In the childbirth.
And
Yes.
also, I believe that when you go to hospital, the birth process stops because you're in a strange place. You don't know the people, so your body protects, so it stops the process. That's why they need to
Induce
put,
it.
artificial hormones.
Stranger people with masks,
Yeah.
always synthesized,
Unfamiliar room, unfamiliar
room.
everything around.
strong lights, smells that you don't know, people around you that you don't know, people in the other rooms that are screaming right now because it's a giving birth kind of
it's
section
you
of the
department,
hospital.
you cannot really move as your body asks for, because you have to be. I forgot the.
You are
words in
lying on the
English.
bed in one position, and basically that's it. This is how you're supposed to give birth.
Monitorized. You're
Monitorized,
so you cannot really move because
Move,
you have cables.
So you have that uncomfort, and your body kind of see the
Fights.
experience, as something unfamiliar and fights against
Yeah.
it and make the
Yeah.
childbirth more complicated
The body
than it would be
basically,
naturally.
the body says, "Oh, I think I'm not ready yet to give birth," because suddenly something changed.
Changed, And for you, you said it wasn't that bad, right? Like,
No, also I was really allowing my body to feel everything. It was also thanks to him, because he really helps me to. If I go out of my center, he knows how to bring
bring
me there.
you back.
And all the months that I was pregnant, we were really preparing, imagining the worst scenarios, working on the fears, and it was amazing.
So now you gave birth, and now baby is born at home. And you mentioned you were in the hospital, so the normal document process didn't go through, and you guys applied by yourself. And tell me about this story, how you went to the midwife, I believe, and they called the cops on you, to register the baby.
That's a part of the Spanish kind of bureaucracy, the system, because we were missing. We were like a grain of, like a rock in a gears of the system, because this didn't happen in Mallorca. It wasn't documented, something like that.
There is no law for it, so it's not illegal, but it's also not legal.
So you
they
are in
didn't know what
blank.
to do with you guys. Like, you guys brought the baby, we don't know what to do with it.
Exactly. There was no midwife kind of registering, so we had to register the baby. Normally, during like in the law, you have 7 days to register the baby, and we followed those rules. We went the 6th day, I think, finally to the proper place, to the basically midwife of the midwives of Mallorca, to register her, and everything went fine. But the next day,
It was just like a
misunderstanding.
miscommunication because we had the papers, but then somewhere it was missing on the system.
It
But
wasn't
we had it
proved,
physical.
like
Yeah,
approved.
approved. Yeah.
And then basically they put on us like a alarm that we are, you know, like basically like in some families that they use drugs and stuff like that, you know, they don't want
so
to register the baby, or they do want to hide it or something like that. They put an alarm on us and the police came. They took us to the hospital for like 2 days without basically
Any accommodation either, right? You guys were sleeping on the floor and the chair and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. But this was something that they weren't prepared for. We weren't prepared for, and it's no one to blame, but at least to make people aware that these things can happen. And in case of that, you need to know what is really going on, because no one knew.
No
They
one knew
were-
what to do.
Police didn't knew. In the hospital, they didn't know.
They were acting from fear. I think the hospital, the first pediatrician, she acted from fear because she didn't know what to do. So she didn't know if she can let us go. So she just told
Held
us,
you guys
yeah, and she
kind
told
of
us,
hostage in the
we
hospital.
cannot go. But I know she didn't do on purpose.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this video so far, stay tuned. Second part will come out soon. Like and subscribe if you enjoy my channel.